All right. Thank you for joining us. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties today, but hopefully you are watching this recording in our event. And we're really excited to have you listen in. So welcome to our coach sneak peek. My name is Lisa Humphrey. I've been coaching for 6 years. On Cinco de Mayo was 6 years, super easy to remember. I am a mom of 3. I'm a teacher. I am a military wife. My kids play baseball and they're so small still. So I know it's only going to get crazier from here on out. I like crafting. I really recently took up an interest in like design and graphics and things like that. And that's really through coaching that has made me really focus in on that. I like hiking and anything having to do with being outside in nature, camping, looking at the night sky, everything nature. I'm obsessed. I started this job after I had my first son, and I just gained a ton of weight, like over 50 pounds, and I couldn't take it off. I looked now how I did before I was pregnant, and I just gained so much of the weight when I was pregnant and knew that I had to do something because I was so depressed. Those clothes that I was wearing after I had him, I ended up like burning them. I'm not even joking. I threw one of my sweaters like in a fire once when we were camping, like terrible, just horrible the way that I felt and everything about it. I didn't feel good in my own skin. So I said, you know what, like I'm nervous to start a health and fitness journey because I felt like having the baby and my husband was deployed that I was going to just fall off and I wasn't going to stick with it. And I was like, you know what? Let me just coach. After I started seeing some results, I was like, wow, like this really does work. If I coach, I'll hold myself like extra accountable. And then there's no way that I can fall off or quit on myself if I'm helping other people and other people are depending on me. And that's pretty much where my journey started. I used to work a part-time job. I was able to quit my part-time job and spend more time with my kids and my husband and my family and be home. And my goal now is to be working from home full-time. And I really think the coolest thing about that is the fact that I can actually think that I can leave my teaching job and do this full-time, and that could actually happen. Like that is a realistic goal and something that can work for me. There's so many people that say like, oh, I need to hit the lottery. Like, and I say that all the time. I need to hit the lottery. Like, I don't want to work anymore. Like I wish that I could quit my job. And I say it too, but instead of just saying, I wish that I could quit my job, I found something that I love so much and am so passionate about that I know can happen because I've seen it happen. And I know that I can do it. So how cool a business that I started to get me healthier and help me lose the baby weight brought me to here and dreaming bigger and just doing more and being better. And it's really the best freaking thing ever. And we're going to tell you why.
After I tell you about me. Hey everyone. So my name is Rose Smith. I've been a coach for 8 years, and my coach anniversary is actually Valentine's Day. So it's kind of funny, Lisa. I knew you were Cinco de Mayo, but I was like, wow, like we all signed up on like holidays. How funny is that? But I started this just because I was unhealthy, gained a crap load of weight, kind of going through what I thought was like what I should be doing, like going to school, getting good grades, getting a degree, and then having this awesome career, doing that career until I'm 60, and then I could live happily ever after. And I'm like, at the age of 25, that's it. Like, something seems wrong here. So that's where like all the weight gain came, and I suffered a lot. Just like weird ailments started to happen, like my hair was falling out, started getting like acne all over, and I never had that before. And I learned I had PCOS. So I knew like and I was an athletic trainer. And it's kind of, I laugh because it's like, I felt like the biggest fraud to my athletes. I'm like, yeah, like do this. And here I am, like losing breath, like walking upstairs, like like something was wrong. So I did a program called Insanity. That's how I got into Beachbody. It kind of just like fell into my lap from just wanting to be healthy and fit. And I was a free coach for my coach. So she had no idea who I was and vice versa. So that's another really cool thing about Beachbody is they actually give you free customers when you become an Emerald coach. So these are people that you never would have come in contact with if it wasn't for the company. And most network marketing companies don't offer that to their distributors or coaches or whatever you want to call them. So she was like, "Oh, you need to be a coach." I'm like, "Lady, I don't want that. Seems cool, good for you. Glad it worked for you, but like, I'm not a salesperson. I hate social media, and I'm the shyest person you'll ever meet." But I knew in the back of my mind, I wanted more for my life. I didn't know what that would be, and I just had that aha moment. Like, you know what is the worst case scenario? Like the worst case scenario is, all right, I already lost 30 pounds. I feel freaking awesome. And I just keep doing workouts. Cool. That's like the worst case scenario. Best case scenario at that time, I thought, all right, maybe I'll help a few people. Like that was the best case scenario. Fast forward 8 years, I've been able to make this a whole lifestyle change for me and for my family. I was able to leave my athletic training job and really live my life by design, by my own schedule. It is the most freeing thing. And I know people feel really uncomfortable about talking about money and income, but it's not always about the value of it, but it's about the things, the feelings, and what it can allow you to do that you're not able to do now. So for me, being able to control my schedule, that was like a big thing for me because as an athletic trainer, I just couldn't do that. I work 6 days a week, nights, holidays, weekends, whatever. Um, this just opened up so much more than I ever thought possible. Like now being able to be at home with my son, like so incredibly blessed because how do you go from doing a workout to to that is absolutely incredible. And that's what we'll share with you guys tonight.
You, Ash, do you want to introduce yourself and tell them
Yeah.
who we are?
Me? You want me
Yeah.
to introduce myself? Okay. I saw that.
Well, Elise, you have to go back, right? Or no?
No.
I'm confused. But go.
I'll introduce myself. Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley LaFrance. I always say that I'm a mom of two. My son will be 5 in June and my daughter will be 2 in July. But every time I say that, I always think I'm so much more than that. And honestly, that came from coaching because so many women out there, they're like, well, I'm a mom. And for me, coaching has just given me so much more for myself. It's given me passion. It's given me drive. Sure, my kids are a reason to wake up every morning, but honestly, I get so excited to wake up to run my business. So a little bit of background about me. I started this funny. I didn't join on Easter or anything. I actually joined my coach anniversary is coming up. It is June 17th. It's actually, I about a year after I had my son, I had gained 60 pounds with my son. And I didn't realize how bad my postpartum depression was until I actually had my daughter. Because looking back at it, it saddens me and my husband as well, how much we just disliked. And it kills us to say that how much we were disliked his newborn stage. So when I joined, I was following my coach forever. And I got to a point where I hated her, and she knows this. I talked to her. She just annoyed me so much because she was so happy and she was going through the postpartum too, because our kids are actually the same age. And I was like, God, I hate you. But I couldn't stop watching her because I needed what she had so bad. And finally I was like, okay, I'll join you. This isn't going to work because at the time I actually had a personal trainer coming to my house. But funny thing is you can't have a personal trainer and work out one day a week and still eat like crap and expect to feel good. So I decided to join, and I joined June 17th, which is actually National Apple Strudel Day. I just Googled it. It wasn't Easter. And I actually didn't start my first program until July. It was a 3-week program, and I still, I guess, just wasn't ready to commit. But I just told myself, if I was like, instead of watching Big Bang Theory that did nothing for my life, let me do a workout instead. So I had that goal, and my goal was to wake up before my son. Now, a lot of people know me and my story. My son still to this day wakes up at 5:30 in the morning. He is almost 5 years old. He just doesn't like to sleep in. So I told myself, if I get up early and I get up before him, that was my one goal. Those goals set the precedence for my journey now, almost 4 years later. I completed that 3-week program and I lost 7 pounds. I was on cloud freaking 9, to the point where I kept going, and I did another free 3-week program and I lost another 7 pounds. And so what was that? 14 pounds in 6 weeks, sold, done. I haven't looked back. Coaching got started for me because you've heard the quote, if you didn't share about it, it didn't happen. Well, I sucked with accountability. I was the girl Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was good. I didn't drink. I ate real well. I worked out. Friday came, I messed up, and I was like, F it. And it's funny because now I teach people, don't do this. F it. I messed up Friday. Let me start again Monday. But the thing with Beachbody was the programs were six days a week, and I had the accountability groups, and I was sharing about it. And my business really didn't start. They say you have a start date and like a birth date. I really wasn't in it for like the business part. I honestly just wanted to keep myself accountable and lose this weight on me. Little did I know I was losing like the mental baggage as well. Until like 6 months later, I had a great job. I loved my job. I had no intentions of making this a full-time thing. I thought it'd be really cool, but honestly, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, who the heck, like, how is this ever possible? And then January of 2018 came, and, everyone's getting ready to start their New Year's resolutions. Well, I had been so consistent with sharing what I was doing that my business just took off, and I haven't looked back since. I accomplished a lot of goals. I lost like 50 pounds come that April. I set a goal of doing a bikini competition. Like, that was a huge goal of mine. And honestly, if it wasn't for Beachbody, I wouldn't have done that. I remember looking at my husband and saying, are we going to have another kid? Well, we look back at my postpartum and how bad it was, and we said, no, absolutely not. We were not ready. So that summer we decided that we weren't ready to have another child. Our son was just about to turn 2. We bought a new house. I completed my competition. And honestly, I felt so much more complete and happy and excited to possibly have another child. I truly believe if it wasn't for Beachbody and me saying yes to Jess, that I wouldn't have my daughter. And it makes me want to cry because my daughter is like, and my kids are everything to me. I was so unhappy with myself and my life and everything around me that, yeah, fitness, sure, you lose weight, but fitness isn't about being skinny. There's so much more to it. And that's what coaching has brought to my life. It hasn't even brought like the business and the income, like that's amazing too, but it has brought just joy and passion and happiness to my life. Yes, I had a full-time job that I loved. And then when I got pregnant with my daughter in November, I actually lost that job that I loved. And I was hysterical. I was like, how can I bring a new baby into this world? I don't have a job. I'm pregnant, but I also just want to take any Joe Schmo job just to have it. I had no idea what the maternity leave was going to be. I was so excited for this pregnancy at this point. And my son looked at me and he's like, Mommy, is everything going to be okay? And I said, yeah, everything's going to be just fine, as I'm hysterically crying. And I was like, I leaned into this side hustle because I treated it like a side hustle, and I went full in as a business. If you treat it like a side hustle, it's going to be a side hustle. If you treat it like a business, it's going to be a business. And we're going to help you do that as mentors. So I went full in, and I have been I call it a part stay-at-home mom, a part coach, because I don't work full-time hours as a coach. I don't work like 8 hours. But I'm with my kids now, and I'm able to run my business in pockets of time. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So that's kind of how I got started and how much it's just changed my life, and how it's not just about being skinny. So who are we? Well, we're some badass, what is it? The BAMFs. I'll leave the F word out, but we are an amazing team of women. There are a few good men on our team too. Doesn't mean a man cannot join our team, but obviously this is a women-driven industry. There are a lot of successful men actually in this industry. But we come from all over, our business is from in the US, Canada, UK, and France. Like if you think right now, well, I don't have a social media. I don't know who I'd reach out to. You got countries to reach out to. There are so many people that can use this that you're going to meet that you don't even know. I've met so many people through this business. It's absolutely incredible. And a lot of people think, just because Lisa said she wanted, Lisa wants to be home with her kids, or Rose is now home with her son. I really loved my job. I had no intentions, because you can do this business and work full time. But hell, if you want to be home, working at home, running this business, that's possible too. But you do have to put the work in. Many of us on the team are teachers, nurses, moms, some are grandmothers, counselors, work full-time in corporate America. You can run this business and still work your full-time job in pockets of time. And we have this great tracker that you have access to. And I love to teach, like, breaking that amongst your day, where it best fits amongst your day. But being on this journey, being on this journey with like-minded women, and the greatest part is when you wake up in the morning and you see your social media and you see all these positive posts coming and people changing lives, and on payday and rank advancements and how it's affecting their lives. I mean, look at those smiles in that picture. You can't help but want to be happy and be joy and lean in the community and bring that to other people. So that's a little bit about who our badass team is. So yeah. I touched a little bit on always, how can I make this work? Do I have the time? I'm really busy. Reality check. We're all busy. We all have struggles. It's really, do you want it? And what's your why? What do you want out of this? And making it work for your life. I mean, the lady in the picture, she's a little bit busy. She's got 3 kids. She works full time as a teacher. And this is just one example of someone, and her husband is in the military and he's a police officer. And we have a running joke. He's her 4th kid. He's an awesome dad and husband, but she runs the household. She does everything. And yet she still makes time for this business. I guess where there's a will, there's a way. I told myself, stop watching the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Guess what? I'm only making them more money and they do nothing for my life. So let me take that time and stop watching, Bravo. Doesn't mean you don't have to watch it at all, but instead of watching that, I've now put my time and energy into working my business. When I wake up, I work my business. When my daughter naps, I work my business. It's all done in pockets of time. For someone who works full time, you could do some stuff in the morning, on your lunch break, in the evening. So where there is a will, there is a way. You just have to say, I can do this. If you say I can't do this, well, guess what? You can't. But if you believe you can, and we do work on personal development, our mindset, then guess what? You can make this happen. I think my next slide. I'm not fit enough is always, a doubt that people have. I need to do a program first before I start sharing about it. Well, if you look at me in that picture, guess what? I wasn't fit. I wouldn't say I was the fit person. I was very unhappy mentally, physically. And I immediately, if you heard in the beginning, I actually really didn't even know I was sharing the slide, I shared my story from the beginning. Were people jumping at the britches to join me? No, but guess what? 6 months later, they were, because of my consistency of showing up, because people want to see how it works. You will get people, friends, family, you're going to start to invite, wondering what you're doing naturally. And just by sharing, they're going to want to join you. So no, you don't have to be a size 2. Not saying a size 2 is a bad thing, but you don't have to be this fit coach. When we say coach, to start sharing about your journey. Fit comes in all different sizes. And just sharing what you're doing it could be a mental transformation that someone needs. You'd be surprised how many people need this type of thing in their life, not just the fitness and the exercise and the community, but the business side of it too. It's changed my life, and it can change so many other people's life just by sharing our stories through the amazing social media platforms. And I think that's it for me. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome. I did want to say too is like when people hear the word coach, they tend to freak out. They're like, I'm not qualified. And maybe it's a slide as we go on. But I heard the simplest thing yesterday. Being a coach means you have conversations with people. That's all being a coach is having a conversation with somebody and motivating them and inspiring them through the actions that you're taking. That is so simple. So if you're listening and you're going through this and you're getting overwhelmed by everything that we're talking about, if you're able to have a conversation with people, then you can totally do this. So how do I make money by doing this? How do you earn? So the main ways that you can earn is you get a 25% commission off of anything that you sell. We do have what we call challenge packs. So when people get the full bundle of a workout, new and nutrition with either like Shakeology or Recover or Energize, I think it's a little bit more closer to 35% commission. That's going to be your bulk when you're like a brand new coach, is just like straight up commission. As you start building a team and you start rank advancing, you can open up a second stream of income. And that's what's magic about this business is you have multiple streams of income. So commission is solely based off of you. Team bonus cycles is that second stream of income that you get by teaching other people and really just duplicating using the systems that our team already has in place to share and teach other people to do this too, and repeating, rinse, recycle, and repeating that cycle to inspire and share. And then the people that you help, they're going to inspire other people. So that team bonus cycle is just income earned from building a team. As you rank advance, you also earn more money for each team bonus cycle, $14 as an emerald, $16 as a ruby, and then $18 for each cycle. And I'm not going to go into what a cycle is because that will blow your mind a little bit. But like I said, commission is always in, as a new coach, is going to be like your first stream of income. Then once you start building a team, that team bonus cycle is going to be your majority. Right now, I would say like most of my income is probably like 99% team bonus cycles. 1% is coming from commission. So I'm not selling a bajillion Shakeologies. I'm helping, and I really built my business helping 3 people, 5 people every single month. And that was my goal. If I could do that, then I could make this something that is real and something that is sustainable. And that's what I wanted to build, a business that is sustainable. There's quarterly bonuses. So as you go up in rank, you get quarterly bonuses. There's the freaking amazing trips. I think my countdown is, I don't know, maybe like 30 days to the trip that I earned through Beachbody. And who doesn't like free swag, but I love the freaking trips. So there are trips that you can earn through helping people every single month. If you help 5 people or more every single month, you can pretty much earn the trip for free. There's also leadership events that you have to be, and trips that you have to be invited to. And those are super fun as well. So ask yourself, what would you do with an extra $100 a week? And I know it seems, so far off. If, I said, I earned 6 figures, you're like, who cares, Rose? Great for you. But if you can break it down to just like those little things, like what am I paying for every single week that this can help me with? And then you build and you work your way up because you're a hustler and you're going to work for it, right? If you believe it and if you have a vision for your life, there's nothing really stopping you here except your own self-doubt. So if we can squash that and you can just do the action steps that we give you, there is no limit to your potential. So I was not, and I am not a good salesperson. I didn't go to school for that shit. Like, I don't freaking know. Yes, I've read books on it now because that's part of being a business owner, is just learning and growing on different ways that you can communicate and talk to people, because that's what being a coach is just n- learning how to communicate and talk to people so that you can see if what we have to offer is a great fit for them. And if not, cool. And if they are, even more better, right? Um, we do not sell things, we share our journey. So if you're on this call or watching this recording, you know your coach isn't posting like, get this for 199 bucks. Like, people, guys, like this day in social media, like that shit's like over, right? Like, no one does that anymore. But what we do as coaches is just like freaking share our lives. Like, Lisa shared her kids, I don't know, she had a really good morning, I think, right? Lisa, was that this morning? Because the days go by so fast. Like, Lisa with 3 freaking kids, like her husband's always freaking working or in a different, I don't know, different country or different state, whatever. Like, she's a full-time teacher. Like, she finds those little snapshots where she can just be a real freaking person and just share her life, not just health and fitness. Yes, she does a great job with that, but just about being relatable and real. And it's like, damn, I could relate to that too. That's what we really do as a coach, because other people are going to be inspired by that. Other people are going to say, all right, if Lisa can do this, like I can too. And they're just going to see, like, she's a real freaking person going through the same struggles that I am.
You know what I get a lot, Rose, is people that say to me, like, I don't think I can do this. I don't have people to sell this to. I'm like, well, honestly, when all of us started coaching, I would have thought, even now, if I would think in my head, like, who would I be able to sell this to? I might have one person that I know, and look at where we are now years later. Like, it's crazy. So it's really just like Rose just said, like, you're not selling anything. So don't worry if you have people or you don't. You're just sharing what is working for you.
Yeah, and it's really the mindset shift that has to take place of, like, oh, I have to sell this to somebody versus I have to share this with somebody. I have to be bold. I have to reach out to people. Um, but if you look at it from that angle of what's in the cards for them, instead of like, yes, you're obviously earning an income. Whatever you do now, you're earning an income. Whether you're a teacher, guess who's paying for your teacher salary? Taxpayers. Who's that? Your next door neighbor. So whatever job you're doing, you're getting paid somehow, right? Like, why not get paid for, giving them workouts and nutrition and doing a fun workout program together? I know, totally off tangent. So personal development, that's where that mindset shift really comes into play. We tell you what books you should be reading wherever you're at. We do weekly team calls. We do chat pods. Beachbody does tons of awesome calls and events as well. So there is never any lack of learning. It's more of just how you are willing to kind of just do the things that you need to do and change that mindset. And that's where personal development comes from. And that's how we started as new coaches, being doubtful and not having any confidence and didn't want to be salesy and, being so shy, like, who wants to post on social media, to where we are today, where it's not that big of a deal because it's changed our lives so much, and it's helping to change everybody else's too. So yes, we invite our friends to join us. Just like if you went to a good local restaurant or a new place in town, Chipotle finally opened up down by us. Like, you tell people about it, right? You're like, fucking Chipotle, like, finally open, like the line's out the door on Route 9, but I'm gonna go. It's the same thing with this. Like, shout it from the rooftops because you love it. And people don't care if you're an expert. All they want to know and feel is your excitement. If you're excited about anything, I don't give a shit if it's your glasses, if it's your water bottle, Like if you're excited about something, people want to know more about it. It's your energy that you're putting out, and that's what people want to join. So, what is in it for you? So, obviously, besides all the amazing things we've already talked about, you do get a 25% discount as a coach. So, depending upon what type of coach you want to be, some people, especially as a new coach, most new coaches aren't going to say, I want to, leave my full time job and be a full time Beachbody coach. No. Some people just want to get a discount off the awesome products. Some people just want to get their Shakeology paid for, so they get a free meal every single day. Um, so you really have to see like, how can this fit into my life with the goals that I have now? And then those are just going to grow as you reach them. So once you get your Shakeology paid for, then you kind of get that boost of confidence and you're like, what else can I do? And then it just grows from there, right? You get all the support from our team. If you help people, you get a payday once a week. That is not guaranteed. Your paycheck is a direct reflection on how many people you help. It is your due diligence that you're putting in the hard work, and you will get paid every Thursday if you do that. We have prizes and trips, like we said before. If you're a new coach and you help people your first 3 months, all sorts of fun stuff happens. You get in groups with the trainers and they work with you really closely. Just a lot of great opportunities so that you can grow right away. You obviously meet the best people around. I mean, most of these ladies I did not know. I mean, a few of my coaches I knew like back in the day, but most of them I've just met through being on the team. And it's just nice to have a group of women that support each other. There's no crap, like it's just nice besides business to have people that you can come together with and just enjoy life together.
All right. A lot of times people's number one question is how much does it cost to start up this business? I know what that, whatever that company that used to sell the leggings years ago, there was like you had to pay like a couple grand to start something like that. So I was a little nervous when I started coaching, like how much is this going to really cost me? It's nothing. There, when you sign up as a coach, you get your stuff for a discounted price. So you buy your challenge pack to start. And right now the challenge packs are not even as much as they were months and months ago. They're cheaper right now. It's $140. So you're getting your on demand, your Shakeology, your everything. And that's it. Like there's no saying that you have to like sell a certain amount or else you have to pay money. It's crazy. There's no startup fee when you start. You'll see your Shakeology comes for a discounted price. Then you'll see a $15 fee. So I would say altogether, I pay typically $115 a month, but that's for 30 meals that I'm getting for my breakfast every single day. And you're not going to find anything healthier out there. So that's pretty much it for a cost. There's no fees or anything that you have to deal with, no quotas that you have to meet. And it's really unbelievable that you can build a successful big business without any type of fees like that, which is kind of why sometimes people will not put as much work into this or just think like, oh, well, I'm not paying any money towards it. So, but you have to just think like, what can I really do with this business that they're basically just giving you? And how do you learn how to coach? The best thing that I like about this is that everybody's super helpful. I used to call it my happy place going to the team page because everyone is just so nice. You could post a question in there and someone will answer you within an hour. And everybody just kind of helps each other. When you're a new coach, we put you in either a new coach training or a group message thread with your personally sponsored coach, who is the person that invited you to listen to this webinar, and really just kind of take it from there. So it's up to you to do the work of watching the videos or doing the action steps but we are with you every single step of the way. I asked a question today that I'm sure that one of the brand new coaches might know, and I've been here for 6 years already, and I still ask my coach Rose, like, hey, is this whatever? Just because that's what we do. And if you're there, you're in it for the trainings, you're gonna learn as you go, and that's it. And it really is a family affair. Whether you like it or not, your kids will end up joining you, your dogs will end up joining you. I'm still waiting for the day that my husband ends up joining me. But yeah, it's just such a nice feeling. Like when I see my kids come downstairs, you know, those Mother's Day questionnaires that everybody has. My one son wrote like, mommy's favorite thing to do is work out. And then it said like, what do you like to do with your mom? And he wrote like dance after her workout, because that's what we normally do. But how cool. Like if I wasn't doing this, that would have never happened. You know, they wouldn't be thinking so positively. They wouldn't be waking up at the butt crack of dawn and joining me in my basement little gym that I have to do my workouts, you know? So they're really learning so much, and not only about like health and fitness, but I'm teaching my family also that like, hey, they know we got home from baseball and mommy's gonna do something on the computer because I'm working, and I want to show them like what good work ethic looks like. And I want them to grow up knowing that they can have whatever they desire. And this has taught me that. But yeah, it's just really the icing on the cake, and kind of the best part for me, to be honest. And that's it. So I know if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat. We can answer them. Or if you are catching the recording of this, you can post your questions or ask your coach that invited you here tonight, and we can answer them there. And does anybody else have anything to say before we end this? Good.
Any questions? Any questions?
Thank you for joining us live, though, Julie and Caitlin. Even though we can't see you. We know you're there. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night, and hopefully we will see you in our team page soon. Thank you.